Cassie just dropped a bombshell list tying some of the biggest names in entertainment to Diddy, and she's testifying under oath. What did she reveal? The answers are shocking and could change everything. Cassie didn't just hint or suggest, she laid out every detail under oath. More than 25 names surfaced, connected through exploitative or transactional encounters at private events across New York, Miami, Los Angeles, and even overseas. From French Montana to Grammy-winning artists and actors, this testimony uncovered a hidden world shielded by silence. Cassie's explosive courtroom revelations. Cassie didn't just hint or suggest, she laid out every detail under oath. More than 25 names surfaced, connected through exploitative or transactional encounters at private events across New York, Miami, Los Angeles, and even overseas. From French Montana to Grammy-winning artists and actors, this testimony uncovered a hidden world shielded by silence. Her court testimony wasn't just about who was there, but when and how these encounters took place. Verified timelines, matching guest lists, and witness corroboration made her statements undeniable. The courtroom was shocked as Cassie walked the judge and jury through specific events, locations, and names that had long been whispered but never confirmed publicly. These private gatherings weren't random parties, they were carefully organized, recurring events with the same group of celebrities cycling through Diddy's inner circle. Cassie exposed how the entire system was designed to protect him, keeping a wall of silence that concealed a network of exploitation. This wasn't gossip or rumors, it was courtroom testimony backed by physical evidence and multiple sources. Witnesses confirmed rosters, travel logs, and schedules showing coordinated flights and parties that ensured certain stars stayed in rotation. What makes this even more devastating is Cassie's role inside the operation. She wasn't just an outsider, but someone who helped plan and manage these events, forced to live inside a system built on control and secrecy. Her testimony shattered the facade and blew open a story that many thought was locked away forever. Understanding the full scale and repeated nature of these encounters changes the entire narrative, turning a whispered scandal into a legal and cultural reckoning. Cassie's role behind the scenes. Unlike a simple party guest, Cassie was an insider, an employee, girlfriend, victim, and crucial witness. She wasn't just invited to the private events, she helped plan them. She wasn't told to keep secrets, she was forced to live inside them. Court records show that Cassie arranged transportation for dozens of women to attend private after-dark sessions, some under the impression they were auditioning for music videos, label deals, or brand collabs. Cassie revealed how Diddy would personally pick who stayed and who left, and who didn't get to say no. For the celebrities involved, they weren't just observers, they were participants, interacting, engaging, sharing rooms, swapping numbers, coming back weekend after weekend. These weren't one-offs, this was a rotation, a structure. Cassie's role was dangerous because she was a witness, not just a bystander. Her close involvement gave her access to details others couldn't see, and that made her testimony vital. She witnessed firsthand how the system operated, how people were moved like pieces on a chessboard, and how the entire setup was designed to protect certain individuals while silencing others. Without her insider perspective, much of the network would have remained hidden. Her courage in speaking out cracks open a secret world most never get to see. Corroborating whistleblowers and evidence. Cassie's claims match accounts from multiple whistleblowers, including Roger Bonds, Gene Deal, Jaguar Wright, and 2 anonymous assistants who are now under legal protection. Each of them confirmed the existence of rosters, travel logs, and lockdown scheduling for certain celebrities to arrive at Diddy's penthouses, retreats, and private estates. This was not mere speculation or rumor, it was backed by concrete evidence, detailed records, and first-hand testimonies. One of the most jaw-dropping moments in court came when Cassie's lawyer presented what is being referred to as Diddy's playlist, a spreadsheet tracking 5 years of guests, sorted meticulously by location, date, and who they were reported to be with, studio sessions that blurred into sleepovers, tour dates that ended with penthouse parties, private events that never made it to the blogs but always featured the same rotating names. This spreadsheet was a blueprint of the entire network, proving how structured and recurring these gatherings were. Alongside this, whistleblowers provided supporting affidavits, offering insight into logistics, guest management, and the control systems designed to keep everything fluid yet secretive. Their detailed accounts paint a picture of a highly orchestrated operation, scheduling assistants managing flights, PR agents controlling the optics, handlers moving celebrities seamlessly from hotel lobbies to penthouse elevators, almost like clockwork. This level of coordination confirmed that what Cassie described was not isolated incidents but part of a corporate-level system shielding activities behind a wall of silence. Together, these corroborations have turned courtroom whispers into undeniable facts, strengthening the case and igniting a storm of legal scrutiny and public outrage. The fallout in the entertainment industry. After Cassie's list leaked, panic swept the entertainment world almost instantly. Celebrities mentioned scrambled to erase any connection with Diddy, deleting posts and photos from social media as if trying to hide a secret too dangerous to surface. One actor, known for publicly praising Diddy just a few years ago, wiped over 3 years of Instagram uploads the very same night the allegations became public. Another rapper abruptly canceled a podcast appearance, officially citing scheduling conflicts, but insiders revealed it was legal advice to dodge looming subpoenas. This backlash wasn't isolated to performers alone. Producers, stylists, handlers, and even bodyguards reportedly reached out to prosecutors voluntarily, turning the tide by offering first-hand accounts and names linked to those infamous guest lists and footage. Meanwhile, the business side turned colder. Major brands distanced themselves overnight, dropping partnerships with Diddy's flagship events without any explanation, quietly removing all reference to him from press kits and promotional materials. A major music festival went further, erasing his legacy branding from their website and archives that were untouched for more than a decade. Inside record labels, the atmosphere transformed from unease to full lockdown. Executives previously involved with Diddy's event teams were suddenly placed on leave, calendars cleared, key deals froze and sponsorships suspended. The motivation? Fear, not guilt, the fear that the entire system they helped build to protect and promote these events was unraveling, and they could be exposed as complicit. What's unfolding is far from a simple scandal. It's a crisis fracturing the industry's foundation, signaling that the fallout will reshape power dynamics for years to come. Detailed testimony reveals chilling specifics. New women step forward with matching stories. Cassie's courage encouraged 3 more women to come forward, each recounting being flown in under false pretenses. One thought she was acting as an extra in a music video, another believed she was signing an influencer contract, and the third was convinced she was being interviewed to help promote a luxury brand. None of them left the same. All described witnessing celebrity involvement, and more disturbingly, how what happened felt coordinated and pre-planned. They submitted affidavits, with one reportedly including 6 names that match those listed in Cassie's account. These matching stories aren't just coincidences, they paint a disturbing picture of an orchestrated system. Each woman's experience reveals how firms manipulated ambitions and dreams, turning hopes of career breakthroughs into dangerous encounters. Their testimonials add weight to the growing evidence against a network once hidden behind glitzy parties and closed doors. And with each new affidavit, the legal pressure intensifies, exposing how deep and wide this operation really is. These new voices show Cassie wasn't alone, and their accounts are breaking decades of silence. It's clear this isn't about isolated incidents, but about an industry struggling to keep secrets buried. The bravery of these women is changing the narrative, and their stories are a critical piece in bringing long overdue justice. 50 Cent's explosive reaction sparks wider exposure. Minutes after the list went public, 50 Cent dropped blurred court transcripts and cryptic messages, instantly igniting the internet with speculation. Known for his bold moves, he titled his Instagram post, "Diddy smashed everybody and now everybody's lawyered up." This wasn't just a casual comment, it felt like a warning that the story was far from over. In his Instagram stories, 50 Cent shared grainy photos from past parties with red circles around certain faces, hinting at deeper connections. One image showed a Grammy-winning singer from Atlanta, with the caption, "She was there. Why?" leaving followers questioning just how far this scandal reaches. Then he did what 50 does best, dropping a teaser trailer for his upcoming Netflix docuseries. The promo showed shadowy silhouettes entering a luxury penthouse, while a voiceover hinted, they knew what was happening. A blurry guest list with one word highlighted, "confirmed," added more fuel to the fire, suggesting insider knowledge of the scandal. This provocative reveal sparked not only online chatter but real fractures within the entertainment industry. Many began viewing this as the beginning of a wide-reaching expose, threatening to pull back the curtain on a long-protected network. 50 Cent's involvement amplified the momentum and legitimized the allegations, signaling that powerful names might be implicated beyond Diddy. His posts created a ripple effect, encouraging insiders to come forward and pushing the story into the public eye with unstoppable force. The legal storm intensifies with broader implications. Prosecutors are circling in on the entire network. According to insiders, legal teams have started preparing for a much broader outcome. One where the charges evolve from assault and trafficking to RICO conspiracy, enterprise corruption. Because if enough people helped arrange, protect, or profit from the operation Cassie exposed, this isn't just about Diddy. This is about the structure that let it thrive. And then inside that closed courtroom with no cameras, no audio, and no leaks allowed came the moment that turned the temperature ice cold. The prosecutor looked at Cassie and asked a question that stopped the air. Were any of the names involved people the public would be shocked by? She didn't blink. "Some of them," she said, "are artists people call legends. Some are people I used to look up to. She didn't have to go further. Because in that sealed room where every word becomes part of the federal record, the weight of that answer said more than any headline could. What followed was methodical. A physical copy of the list was quietly handed to the judge and logged into the record under seal. The gallery was dead silent. Some reporters say you could hear the judge's pen tapping against the table. And while no footage exists from that moment, because phones and cameras are strictly banned in federal court, someone inside the gallery leaked a blurry image of the document being walked out. You couldn't see the full list, but one single name appeared faintly under the corner of the folder, and the internet hasn't stopped guessing who it was. Even without that photo, the ripples are already here. Label artists are laying low. Influencers are pulling out of projects. Entire PR teams are scrubbing mentions from platforms because Cassie didn't just rattle one man. She's cracking the foundation of a machine that's protected him and others for decades. This isn't over. Not even close. Cassie's testimony was the first domino. More are expected to follow, some from people you've heard of, some from people who worked quietly behind the scenes and saw too much for too long. The list of sealed documents is growing. Subpoenas are expanding. And the public, they're finally connecting the dots between the silence, the erasers, and the sudden digital disappearances. So, the real question is no longer did this happen. The question now is who helped him get away with it for this long, and how far will they go to keep their names out of what's coming next? Cassie's testimony cracked open a hidden world, exposing a deep, orchestrated system of silence and complicity that shielded powerful figures for years, and brought to light the disturbing mechanics behind the scenes. As the legal battle widens, the question has shifted from what actually happened, to how many more are involved and how far this network of protection extends. This isn't just one man's fall from grace, but potentially the unraveling of an entire industry's dark foundation, built on secrecy and manipulation. With multiple women stepping forward and corroborating accounts flooding in, the momentum is undeniable, and the fallout is only just beginning. The reaction from celebrities, brands, and insiders, sudden removals, silences, and legal maneuvers, speaks volumes about the weight of these revelations. What started as courtroom testimony has grown into a full-scale reckoning, one that could redraw the lines of accountability across entertainment and beyond. For viewers, this story is a raw reminder of the power structures that often operate behind closed doors, and the courage it takes to bring them to light. The real question isn't just who is involved, but who will be held responsible, and what it will take to dismantle this system. With subpoenas expanding and new affidavits emerging, the chapter that Cassie opened is far from closed. Stay alert, stay curious, and keep watching, because this story is far from over, and it just might change everything we thought we knew.